upon a time, there was a girl who grew up on a farm. Her name was Laura. Laura's dad taught her about the Western ways of farming and the circle of life. When Laura was old enough to start school, she began her journey through the education system, and her mind began to fill with all kinds of new knowledge. She liked science, but she did not enjoy science class at school because it was just spent sitting in a desk, listening to the teacher. Laura learned the Western ways of science, but she had many questions about First Nations people's way of life. But this was hardly ever discussed. She quickly realized that school was all about getting good grades, and that there was a right and wrong way to do things. One day, when the class was told to write down their observations from an experiment, Laura drew her findings on a piece of paper instead, which resulted in her being scolded for not doing the assignment the way she was asked. After graduating from grade 12, Laura earned an early childhood education diploma, where her eyes were open to many different strategies and ways to teach young children. One of the new strategies was project-based learning. This was something she had never experienced as a student. However, after facilitating several projects with young children, she learned that flexibility is key. And she began to realize that there is more to teaching than what she experienced as a student. After working as an early childhood educator for a few years, Laura went back to university to earn an education degree. This is where her entire mindset changed, especially when it came to science. She learned many strands of the Saskatchewan science curriculum. She learned the importance of differentiating teaching strategies, building a community, and supporting one another. She learned the importance of inquiry-based learning in science. And she truly wants to strive for this type of learning in science for her future students. Inquiry-based science allows students to have choices in their learning, to question right from wrong, and to focus on the process and not the product. In inquiry-based science, grades are just a number, and learning through our bodies and spirits from the world around us. These things build flexible students who are members of a supportive, inclusive community. It is a teacher's role to learn alongside their students and to teach students that it is okay to be wrong and that we all learn from our mistakes. Science in university has taught Laura to question the Western ways of knowing and to learn more about truth and reconciliation. She now understands the importance of authentically integrating treaty education and realizes that it is not this big, scary topic that is difficult to integrate into a science lesson plan. This will not only deepen Laura's understanding as a teacher, but also her students' understanding. She acknowledges that she cannot change the past, but that she and her students can be part of the solution as an ally. Not only around truth and reconciliation, but also around many other topics such as gender diversity. Laura realizes she has a lot left to learn in order to become the kind of teacher she dreams of. But this class has filled her with the knowledge that everything you go through grows you. As a science teacher, Laura will always continue to grow in many ways.
Klepto-Obigowa.